All right, so Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney go at it on Twitter. And it left a few of us scratching our heads because I'm trying to figure out what happened between now and then that made these two guys go at it. And nobody seems to know. But as I looked into it a little bit, I think I pretty much figured it out. I think I could figure this one out. Let's go ahead and review this.
We got to fight the champ. Set it up. Me and Devin, we can lock in. After he fight Kent Boses, let's get it on.
He's got Loma.
So it seems to be, in a nutshell, Devin Haney pretty much didn't like how excited that Keyshawn Davis was after Shakur Stevenson calls him out. So naturally after that, Devin Haney goes to lay in with Keyshawn Davis. And Keyshawn Davis, you know, the boy is not meek by the mouth. You know, he's going to talk his shit. And a lot of people have stuff to say about the way Keyshawn, I don't know, carries himself or the way he speaks or whatever and whatnot. It's something really weird to me when people always want to knock somebody that's confident or boisterous. Keep in mind that this is boxing, and one of our main complaints is these guys are not interested. So whether you like what he says or you don't like what he says, either way it gets some attention, and either way it's something interesting and electrifying for boxing. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, you can't knock these guys, talk about they don't have no personality and they ain't no draw and they're boring. Yet when you get somebody that's very flagrant and flamboyant at the mouth, you know, people want to tell him, oh, he needs to be humble. He needs to be that. I hate conversations like that. Somebody want to be cocky, let them be cocky. Let life humble them if that's what's going to happen. But Keyshawn Davis said something that's true. You know, he's like, man, you guys keep talking about me and I'm only, you know, only got 6 fights, you know? And he said, well, what does it look like? A guy with 6 fights got the undisputed champion talking to him like this. It's not a good look, champ. How that make you look? And Keyshawn Davis is right. You know, because how does Shakur Stevenson calling out Devin Haney, how does that warrant a issue between him and Keyshawn Davis? You mad because he's getting excited and animated in the background, but the guy that you really need to be getting at is the guy that called you out. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it a buck. But to get at a guy who's only got 6 fights, I'm sorry. That stuff looks weird. I don't care how much stuff he's talking. Devin Haney is too high up. That's basically what Keyshawn Davis is saying. Like, dude, you the undisputed champion talking to a guy with only 6 fights and you was just called out, you know what I'm saying, by another champion / ex-champion because he, you know, lost his belts on the scale or whatever and whatnot. But Shakur Stevenson just called you out. Where's that energy for Shakur Stevenson? Why are you reserving it for me and I'm only 6 fights? So what if I'm animated? So what if I'm getting excited? So what if I'm, what difference does that make? And why does that bother you so much? And why does that bother you more than the guy that called you out? All that is relevant. And like I said, a lot of people have been talking about Keyshawn Davis, but nonetheless, I mean, if they say, you know, there's no such thing as bad publicity or none of that stuff, then, you know, he's doing the right thing. But at the end of the day, he just got people getting at him that just shouldn't get him at the end of the day. You know, Errol Spence, Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying? So you got Errol Spence over here, he getting at Keyshawn Davis, but he got a contract that he ain't signed. You got Devin Haney getting at Keyshawn Davis, but he just got called out by Shakur Stevenson. Tell me, what's wrong with this picture here? What's wrong with this picture here? If you guys want to go ahead and mix it up, you know, because all the young guys talk, but I really don't see none of these guys fighting each other because I doubt your handlers will let that happen. That's just my opinion. But, you know, y'all got other big meals on the table and y'all picking at the crumbs or something that has nothing to do with you. You picking off somebody else's plate. You know what I'm saying? But once again, what do you want to get from this kid? Because at the end of the day, y'all ain't doing nothing but helping him out. And that's Errol Spence and Devin Haney. Errol Spence, holla at Terrence Bud Crawford. Devin Haney, holla at Shakur Stevenson. Why y'all rolling around in the dirt with this prospect? He's not even a contender yet. You guys are going back and forth tongue wrestling with a prospect. Let me say that again, a prospect. to a champion and an undisputed champion and a unified champion, that don't look good and it don't make no sense, especially when y'all got stuff on the table that y'all could address that's going to be more exciting. What are y'all going to do? Set up a fight with a guy that's 6-0? What are you going to do? Invite him to the gym? You know what I'm saying? Spar him out the box? And what does that do for you? What does that prove? What does it? Nothing. But fighting a Shakur Stevenson, that'll prove something. Errol Spence fighting a Terrence Bud Crawford, that'll prove something. I'm just saying. It just looks weird. I don't care how much shit this kid is talking. I don't care. But the fact that everybody want to open their mouth and give him the time of day when you got people calling you out. Another dude got a contract on the floor that he's refusing to sign, plus a man that he refused to acknowledge for years, but yet he ain't got no problem saying something to Keyshawn Davis. And we all seen this, you know, we've all seen this before, you know. We all from, you know what I'm saying, we've all seen this before, especially in the hood. You ever seen a guy that was trying to get at another guy, but in order to get out of the fight, he turned his crosshairs to the guy standing next to him, somebody that he's confident in beating, but he's steady avoiding the guy that's in his face? We've seen this before in the hood. We've seen it. Instead of addressing the guy that's trying to bring that smoke to you, you're going to defer your smoke to somebody next to him, or somebody that you think is weaker or lesser, or somebody that you're confident in beating, all while avoiding the guy that's standing right there in front of your face. I'm just saying, for a unified champion, an undisputed champion, to give Keyshawn Davis the attention that y'all giving him, it's weird, it doesn't look good, and to add on top of that, it's pointless. It's absolutely pointless. I think people need to focus on giving us the fights we want, instead of focusing on fights that, number one, that you're never going to have, number two, is not going to do nothing for you, and number three, is a damn prospect. That's just my opinion. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. Bruce Van, I'm out.